With the change in the secondary markets, and remember, that's the investors who buy or don't buy loans from lenders, I'm going to talk about the strategy of how you can apply for a loan. That is the financial revealing strategies. Welcome to the Mortgage Moment. This is Mike Seeley, your loan genie from Demystifying the Loan Process. For the next 2 weeks, I'm going to talk about the first decision you make about a loan that affects the value of your loan and ultimately your rates. Well, welcome to the joy of choice, the many ways to apply for a loan. We're going to show you, let you choose how you can apply for a loan that suits you best. Basically, there are three main types of loan applications. The first one is the more popular full doc. The full doc is the way that grandma and grandpa, maybe mom and dad, applied for loans. That's where you would show your tax returns, show where you work, how long you've worked there, show proof of how much you make, show how much you've got in the bank, and show that you've been very accurate with your payment history, your FICO scores. The next one is one that is now taken over in popularity. And that's stated income. That's one where it's similar to full docs. You tell everyone where you're working, how long you've worked there, but you state how much you're making. Yes, it's a form of not quite telling the whole truth. Stated income comes in two flavors. SIVA, which stands for Stated Income Verified Assets. And that means that you state your income, you say how much you make, but you verify your assets like your bank accounts, your liquid accounts, your reserve amounts with bank statements and what have you. The other one is SISA, and as you can imagine, Stated Income, Stated Assets. This is where you state your income, and you also state how much money you have. Again, it's another form of not quite telling the whole truth, perhaps. Now, how did stated income come about? Well, they tell us that it came about because of self-employed person, as you know, make sure they make $100,000 gross, but when they get done with all their deductions on their tax returns, it ends up being $5,000 or $10,000 for tax purposes. So they actually made it for self-employed people to show a truer picture of how much money they make. It turns out it also helps out people who need to, let's say, perhaps stretch their income so they'll qualify for loan. Okay, the next type of loan is no ratio. And no ratio starts out with a similar one called NIVA, no income, and that's where you don't show any income, verified assets. The second one is NISA, no income, stated assets. The third one, NINA, and NINA stands for no income, no assets. So you don't state any of that. You leave those sections of your application blank. And finally, see if you can figure this one out. The French version, NINA-NI, stands for no income, no assets, no employment. That's great. I mean, you can actually get a loan with that situation. It's amazing. So here are the loan types again, the loan application types, and I'll spell them out for you. Three main categories: full doc, stated income, and no ratio, and the types within. Now I want you to know this is set up in a hierarchical manner. In other words, at the top of the spectrum is full docs. And what do you think? If you are verifying with full documentation all your financial data and your financial history, where do you think you'd get the best value? That's right, at the top, at full doc. And as you move down this totem pole, if you will, you'll notice less value you get. Now, many people equate that with rate, but that's not the only feature of a loan. There's term, there is prepayment penalties, there is type of loan, many things that you can work with. Loan to value, a very big one also. That's important to note. And we're going to zero in next time on stated income because they're starting to take a hit now with the secondary market having trouble. So there you have it. Look forward to seeing you next time in the Mortgage Minute. Again, this is Mike Seeley. And if you got some questions about today's Mortgage Moment, go to askyourloanquestion.com. And it can be any question about loans. Thanks for watching and see you next week.